What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. CDK Boxing. Let's talk boxing. Hey, man, we one day away. We are one day away. 281 for Fury, 226 for Usyk. That's what they weighed in at. Now, Tyson Fury, had on a leather jacket, and man, I don't know if he had weights up under there. Fury could be playing mind games. Fury could be closer to 260. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is I truly believe Tyson Fury is 100% focused, and I think this fight right here, man. A lot of people are talking about the fights that Tyson Fury had with Deontay Wilder, saying they were wars, saying that he might not be the same fighter. As I look back on those fights, hey, the only person to me that isn't the same fighter is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is the one that took most of the punishment. If you pay attention, man, Tyson Fury, in that last fight against Usyk, Tyson Fury looked great. He looked phenomenal. Tyson Fury was doing his thing. He was boxing well. We seen, to me, he looked like the better boxer up until he done what? I keep saying it. He let his foot off the gas. Tyson Fury got comfortable. Tyson Fury got cocky. His ego got in the way, and I believe that caused Tyson Fury to fight. Once Usyk was able to catch him, that Tyson Fury to me was never the same in that fight. So I'm looking forward to a phenomenal fight, man. I'm looking forward to seeing a special fight. I think this is going to be one of the best heavyweight fights in a long time. That last fight was a classic, and this fight right here going to be a classic. Don't mistake it. You know what I'm saying? I've already went and put my money on Tyson Fury. The odds are pretty good for a stoppage. I think it was plus 350. So if you bet on Tyson Fury, man, put your little money on it, you're able to win, son. I think I'm looking for a stoppage. I think Tyson Fury's gonna come out and he's gonna try to be the brawler this time. I heard him say, he's not gonna dance this time. You pay attention to what I'm talking about. He said he was moving around too much last time in the fight. And I believe he's going to try to lay his weight on him. I believe Tyson Fury is going to come out strong. I believe Tyson Fury is going to look to try to stop Usyk. And we paid attention to what Usyk brings to the table, man. Phenomenal boxer. But we seen what Daniel was able to do. Daniel Dubois, to me, won that fight. I think that if, they would have caught it the right way, it wasn't a low blow. He caught him, above the waistline, and we seen what happened. Tyson Fury needs to go to the body. He needs to go to the body early. He needs to see what I'm saying, if Usyk is going to be able to handle that. And I'm looking forward to this tomorrow night. I put $150 down on Tyson Fury. I think, like I said, Fury's going to handle business. I think we're going to get a third fight. And I think in the third fight, it's going to play out again the same way. I got Fury once they get. I'm already jumping to the third fight, folks. I got Fury winning the second fight and the third fight, going on to face Anthony Joshua and then going into retirement. That's how I see it. Now, just say, for instance, the Tyson Fury does lose. If Tyson Fury loses this fight, then what's next for Usyk? I'll tell you this right now. If Tyson Fury loses this fight, I would definitely love to see Usyk go back and give Daniel another chance. If you paying attention, man, Daniel Dubois has came a long way. Or Daniel Dubois, I call him Dubois. I think it's pronounced like that. Daniel is definitely a better fighter now than he was when he fought Usyk. You think about it, man. I think Daniel's confidence is at an all-time high. I don't know how I don't even know how he lost to Joe Joyce. Looking back on it now and seeing the way that Joe Joyce has been getting, beat up and turned into a overnight punching bag, how did he lose that fight? There's no way possible that he was supposed to lose, to Joe George. So I would definitely love to see if, Fury's not able to get the job done, then we need Usyk versus Daniel Dubois too. And I tell you what, I would probably favor Daniel in that fight. I don't know. I just think Usyk, man, I don't know. I'm not going to go out there on a limb and say nothing crazy and say he's overrated because he's not. He's an excellent boxer. The guy has, man, the heart. He got a heart, man, like this. You know what I'm saying? You can't do what he does, man. You think about it, he's one of the smaller heavyweights, and he still gets in there and finds a way to win. And he's in my top 3 or 4 on that pound for pound list. He's up there, man. When I look at Usyk, like I said, I don't never want to call somebody that great overrated. That guy's something special. You know what I'm saying? Boxing skills for days. But I truly believe that Tyson Fury does what he's supposed to do. Goes out there, presses the issue. Don't do all that dancing. Don't play around and beat Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's gonna get the job done. Usyk, man, he looked confident. Tyson Fury look confident. I think he's focused. I think both guys are focused. This fight right here is gonna come down to, you know what I'm saying? The last fight went the distance. Let's put it that way. This fight not going the distance. I don't see it happening. I just think Tyson Fury, man, he got that fire inside of him, and I think he wants to put on the show, and I think he feel like he got embarrassed last time. Tyson Fury definitely, you know what I'm saying, got embarrassed. He definitely was supposed to win that last fight. You can't go out there and play around this time, Fury. Fury has to go out there and do everything it takes to win this fight. And what I mean by that is this. People are saying, like, you know, a lot of people are saying, well, Fury done wars for Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Fury's not the same fighter. Fury is definitely the same fighter. We seen Deontay Wilder. The last time we seen Deontay Wilder, he was turning his back, and I don't know what he was doing. Deontay Wilder, you know, the Bronze Bomber, man, he was one of my favorite fighters. I love his story, but he's definitely not the same fighter. But Fury got a lot left in the gas tank, and there are some fights. You know, if he wins this fight, I definitely think that he'll fight Usyk again. And if he wins that fight, I think Fury may take on Anthony Joshua or retire. And that's what I would like to see him do. You know, if him and Anthony Joshua don't fight, it's gonna be a travesty for Britain, man, for over there. You know what I'm saying? For Britain, there's no way two British fighters, two heavyweights, elite heavyweights, can be in the same era and not fight each other. It just doesn't make sense. It's almost, you know what I'm saying? You think about it, trying to go back on some heavyweights, you know, in their prime. Because Fury and Joshua was still in their prime. I'm not gonna say they're in their prime, but they're not over the hill. You know, it would have been great had we had been able to see like Mike Tyson take on Evander Holyfield when he was really Iron Mike Tyson before prison. You know what I'm saying? Before Robin Gibbons and the mother destroyed Mike Tyson's career. It would have been a phenomenal situation to see Mike Tyson and what he could have done. You know, had Mike Tyson not gotten that situation, could he have beaten Evander Holyfield? Could he have beaten Lennox Lewis? I don't know. You know, I definitely think he could have, you know, beat Holyfield. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, and people might think that this is crazy. Uh, I always call Muhammad Ali the greatest, and Muhammad Ali to me is the greatest just because I tell you all the time. I also add in what he done outside the ring and what he meant to the black people. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I say he's the greatest. He is the greatest. But I'm telling y'all something, man. Lennox Lewis to me, is one of the most unbeatable heavyweights. We see, I mean, he lost, but Lennox Lewis, he came back. Everybody that beat Lennox Lewis, he got his lick back. Lennox Lewis, man, was different. Lennox Lewis was special. That guy right there, man, he's, you know, as Ali, if heavyweights, then, you know, Lewis is right there. Lennox Lewis is right there. And, you know, I don't know if Mike Tyson, even a prime young Mike Tyson, man, would have had problems with Lennox Lewis, man. 6'5", 6'6", man. That jab, a jab from another world, phenomenal, great power. Lennox Lewis could do it all. So I just think that would have been a fight, you know what I'm saying, that he would have had, Mike Tyson would have had problems for Lennox Lewis no matter what age he was. Looking at the heavyweights today, and I'm looking, you know, and I'm definitely looking at Tyson Fury 6'9", Anthony Joshua, what he's 6'6", Deontay Wilder 6'7". Man, we got some real big heavyweights in today's day and time. But you know, I seen something where somebody really disrespected Ali, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Muhammad Ali, his style, his IQ, whatever, in any era, Muhammad Ali would have been good or great. I ain't gonna say good. Muhammad Ali would have been great in any era. So you know, I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, this fight coming up, we got Fury, we got, man, Usyk, two heavyweights, and people. I had 4 or 5 people ask me where do I rank Tyson Fury all time. Could he have been? Do I think he's an all time great? I don't know. I'm not so. The fighters nowadays to me are not as good as the fighters from the past. I'm the guy that thinks that Floyd Mayweather would have lost 4 or 5 fights. You know what I'm saying? Had he came through that era with, you know, Duran and, you know what I'm saying, Hagler and Hearns and Sugar Ray and Aaron Pryor. I believe, man, that Floyd would have lost 4 or 5 of those fights. You know, I could be wrong, but I just feel like back then boxing was different, man, because it wasn't about the money. Those guys were worried about legacy, so they took it serious. They was trying to get in there, man, and hurt you, man. You know, so that's how I've always looked at boxing. I've always looked at this era right here. We got a bunch of crybabies and taxi cab drivers and people that want to, you know, basically, you know, just want a paycheck. That's all boxing is about now, paychecks. Nobody cares about legacy. Nobody cares about, you know what I'm saying, you know, hey, getting being undisputed. You know, you got my guy Richard Ron Boots Ennis who wants to be undisputed, and people are crucifying him for that. People are saying that he's ducking and doing everything else because he wants to be undisputed. Uh, I'm starting to believe that the fight with Teofimo Lopez might just happen. I think that Jerron Boots Ennis is hearing what people are saying, and I think he realizes that now he's gonna have to go ahead and take out one of these guys so people can be quiet and shut up. Because a lot of people keep trying to say that, hey, Boots ducked him too. Boots ducked, you know what I'm saying? Who else was they saying he ducked? Oh, they're trying to say he ducked Tim Zoo. They're trying to say that he ducked Virgil Ortiz, and they're trying to say that he also now is ducking Teofimo Lopez. And Boots is saying, man, Jerron is basically saying, hey, man, I'm not ducking nobody. I want all the smoke. But when I go to 154, I want to be at 154 for good. I don't want to have to go back down. And I want you to understand something. A guy like Boots, man, you know, he's already having trouble making 147. So going up to 154 and then coming back down, it could end up being one of those Roy Jones situations, man. The great Roy Jones. Back then, listen, you want to know how good Roy Jones was? Floyd came through that era. And when Roy Jones was in his prime, he was the number one ranked fighter in the world, pound for pound. That's how good Roy Jones is. You know what I'm saying? I think Roy Jones, man, in his prime, I don't think there's a guy that could ever be Roy Jones in his prime at his weight class. You know what I'm saying? If you look at James Toney and how good James Toney is, Roy Jones beat a prime James Toney. James Lights Out Toney, man, is one of the best boxers ever. So that's just how good he really is. You know what I'm saying? That's how good Roy Jones was in his prime. And we seen Roy Jones go up there and face John Ruiz for the heavyweight championship of the world. And we seen what happened to Roy Jones. Now, Jerron Boots Ennis wouldn't be dropping, I guess Roy Jones probably went back down to light heavy, which would be dropping down 2 weight classes. Whereas if if Jerron Boots Ennis goes up, he'll be coming back down 1 weight class. But man, it's not healthy to try to go up in weight, then come back down in weight, you know what I'm saying, and try to defend your titles. So maybe Boots gets the opportunity. We hear Brian Norman come out and say, hey man, just hold on for me, Boots. You know what I'm saying? And I want you next. Brian Norman got a little fight coming up, and then he wants Boots. So I definitely want to see how that plays out. Brian Norman's not a bad fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a really good fighter, a young guy. But I still believe that Boots is better than him. I believe Boots, like I keep telling y'all, man, I believe Boots can beat anybody at 147. Now, when you get to 154, I think 154 might be, man, the best, you know what I'm saying, division in boxing. When I'm looking at it, 154 and 140, both of those divisions are stacked with nothing but talent. And there's a lot of great fighters up there at 154 that Boots would have to face, you know what I'm saying, in order to be undisputed. But also for Boots, there's a lot of money up there. So we might be looking at a guy that really does want legacy, but we are now in a place where legacy doesn't matter anymore. So we might be looking at Boots like he's actually ducking fights, but he's trying to stay at 147 and be undisputed. But we saying, no, go up there and face Virgin. No, go up there and face Tim Zoo. And he's telling you, no, I'm trying to capture all the titles down here at 147. There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be undisputed. But I truly believe that he's going to have to, if he does become undisputed, he's going to have to still get that Virgil Ortiz fight in. He's going to have to still get that Tim Zoo fight in just to make things right for the fans. But some kind of way, I'm starting to believe that Eddie Hearn is getting through the Boots and telling him, you have to take this Teofimo Lopez fight. You have to. Now, if Brian Norman really does want to face Boots, Teofimo won't get the fight. But I can tell you now, Teofimo Lopez, man, is not beating. He ain't beating Brian Norman. Teofimo Lopez is definitely not beating Jerron Boots Ennis. He may beat Mario Barrios. I can say that. Even Stanionis, but he's not beating Boots or Brian Norman. They're too talented. They're just too good for Teofimo, too big and everything. Now, is Teofimo the same fighter he once was? Maybe he is, but the thing with Teofimo Lopez, that power is not there anymore. We seen Teofimo Lopez come up in weight at 140, and he's starting to fight taxi cab driver out the taxi cab driver out the taxi cab driver. It's not a good thing. It is not a good look. When you're not facing an elite level competition, you know what I'm saying, and you get in there with somebody that's elite, you're usually gonna end up in a bad situation. I would love to see Teofimo Lopez maybe get another fight in the Devin Haney fight. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great fight, Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see how that fight plays out. You know what I'm saying? But, Teofimo Lopez is intent on, I think, really getting a payday. Teofimo hasn't really been getting paid. when you look at the paychecks and people talking about it, I think Teofimo really might not hate the black fighter, hate black people. I think Teofimo hates the fact that the black fighters are getting paid and he feel like he's not getting his just due. Because Bob Earn, I don't even think Teofimo Lopez has made $1 million. I think Lomachenko might have been the closest, but I think after everything, I think Teofimo Lopez said he ended up with like $600,000. So Teofimo Lopez has never truly seen that type of money. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem right there. But man, like I said before, and I say it again, this is CDK Boxing. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. I got something else to talk about, and I'm out.